guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I am going to be covering the journal that is for the other Shabby wardrobe journal. So we made this a little while ago, and I am now ready to make another one. Now I have finished this one and I absolutely love it. I will give you a flip through of that in a minute while this one is drying, so it's going to just be a quick video. I did look at this one before, this fabric, which is really nice, and I think it will work really well. But I've also got this. I'm quite obsessed with this one at the moment. I really love it, and I think it will make it look really nice with this over the top of it. Like I did on this one, I put this sort of like tulle over the shiny fabric, and I just think it gives it that really lovely look. And I'm quite liking this lace, so I might do that as well. But let's just quickly stick this on. So this is the back. So if you haven't seen it, this is the back, which will be made into like a little wardrobe bit. This is the little box of the wardrobe, and that goes over like that. So we've got like a little box in there, and then this will be your journal like that. So you'll see better when I show you the other journal if you've not seen it before. And we'll just cover that separately. So do apologise if I'm talking a bit funny. I've had an awful couple of days. It's really not my time at the moment. I don't know whether you were new, or whether you heard me before say that I had problems with my tooth. Oh, I've had awful problems. So it's been, he did say it was stress, because I went to the doctor and he said I've been gritting my teeth and, you know, chomped down on something too hard. But whether I've done something, I don't know. But I've been in, it's not like toothache, it's just like my whole jaw is really, really aching. I couldn't get a dental appointment yesterday because it was Portugal Day, so they were closed. So I can't get one now until tomorrow. So it's okay, but if I talk a bit funny, that's right why. But by making something, it just sort of like takes my mind off it. So I'm going to use this lovely fabric. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way it goes. So I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to try and make sort of like this be the top. I want to give myself a little bit of room so we can fold it over. So again, this is quite thin fabric, which is quite nice to cover something with. And I'm going to use the fabric glue. Now I did do a tester with this on the last one, but do you think I can find the little piece? But I put it somewhere safe, as we always do, and then we lose them. But I did try it, and it works really well. The glue didn't actually seep through this fabric. So sorry, I'm a bit of a funny old angle there. So I'm quite happy with that. This piece I'm hoping will go onto there, so I can use that to cover that piece in a minute. So let's just chop this down. This is very strange material. It was a great big jumpsuit. It was sort of like a jumpsuit, something that you know, had so much material. I just grabbed it because I just loved it. But it's something that you probably wouldn't really wear. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold the corners in, I think, first. So let's just hope that this is going to stick it down nicely. What shall I do? I'm just going to think, shall I stick this actually to it? I think I probably should, shouldn't I? Let's have a think. Do you think that will stretch? I don't know. I don't really want to. Maybe I'll leave that, because I'm going to cover over it as well. I think I should leave that. No, I'm going to just add a little bit of glue. Don't know which way this one, not that it really matters. I think I'm going to add a little bit because it didn't seep through. Oh, decisions. Let's get some glue out. So let's just squeeze this down. Do a little section at a time, I think. Maybe. I'm not worried about it, you know, completely sticking, because we're going to put that little bit of lace over the top. So let's go on this little bit. And then this bit. So this is just a fabric glue. So, you know, if you're going to cover it with fabric, use fabric glue, but do a little tester on the piece of fabric and a piece of card that you're actually going to use, or your base that you're going to use, just to make sure it doesn't sort of like seep through. Okay, I'm just going to turn this over and stick this down. There we go. Perfect. I'm quite liking the little wrinkly bits. I was thinking about ironing it, but I'm liking the sort of texture on here. Because it's sort of like the wardrobe cover, it's quite nice to have the fabric, isn't it, for your clothes, so it's like a clothes one. Just stick it down a little bit. Okay, let's do this bit. And then I will leave this to dry for a little while. That's why I thought I would show you the journal. And then we will come back to this on a different day. I just wanted to do this just to show you how I pop it all together. There we go. Oh, look, I've got it. Let's see. Oops. Bit of metal on there. We don't want any metal inside. Just gently on there. A little bubbly bit there. Oh, that's just a little bit of tape I've got on there. And I think as well, because it's got little creases in it, it's you don't see too many mistakes, do you? It sort of hides them. So that's quite a nice fabric on there. Look at that. So can you see it's sort of like got that lovely creased look, which I'm quite liking actually. I'm going to turn it over. I don't want to fold it up really yet, because I don't want it to stretch too much. So let's just make some nice neat corners. Because it's a nice sheer sort of fabric, it's easy to stick. It's quite a nice one to stick. I will sew around the outside, so I'm not too worried, Josh, I mean, if it's not 100%. But all these things, when you're using different fabrics, it's all sort of trial and error anyway, isn't it? You just got to try your best and see if it works. You can always cover up little mistakes if they happen. As long as you don't have big blobs of glue, it doesn't generally sort of poke through. So let's just put a little bit down here. Bend that over. See these bits, I don't mind if these bits are sort of sticking up a bit, because I will sew around it. And I will be popping a piece of paper on there, the background of the papers on there as well. So let's try and get that on there. Okay, Just turn around and do this side. There we go. So many different ways people cover their journals, aren't there? All sorts of different ways. But I tend to sort of just go with the basic way. Let's go along. Now, I think because this is quite thin, it might go down through those little gaps. So let's see. Let's go all the way along. Just use my fingers. It's a little bit easier to get right in those little gaps in there. Okay. Okay, where's my little... Oops. There we go. If you've got a thicker fabric, I suggest doing little darts in here so they don't go down through the little ridges on there, because it will be a lot harder to fold up your journal then. Can you see that just goes in there really nicely? There we go. I'll add a little bit more glue, I think, in the little corners in a minute. So let's just go along here. There we go. So I hope you have had a lovely day, been busy. I haven't done that, like I said, I haven't done a video for a couple of days because I don't want to be on here. I don't want to video and be moaning. I'm a bit of a moaner at the moment, and I don't like doing that because you want to see happiness. I do. I don't want to see people moaning and groaning. I want to see somebody making something and be happy. There we go. Lovely. Let's move over this way. There we go. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good, I believe. Look at that, that's quite nice. Actually, you can see it through there a little bit. But that's okay, because if we're going to pop the little bit of the lacy stuff around it, I think it will be fine. Okay. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop a tiny bit of glue gun in there. My glue gun on this is, I'm just going to put a little bit just to hold that down in place. I think that's going to be the easiest way for me to stick that down properly. There we go. Turn it around this way. Now, I'm not the best at doing the corners, so you could probably take a lot longer if you wanted to and make them all nice and neat and tidy. But I'm not worried too much because I am going to sort of be covering them up anyway. So it's not too much of a worry. So there we go. Right guys, I think that's pretty good, isn't it? Like that. So then that comes round this way. That does that and that does that, like that. Fabulous. Fabulous. I love it. So I'm going to just leave that to dry. So what do you think? Do you think this would look quite nice over the top? I think it might. I think it's what gives it that nice sort of shabby look. Because I've been putting this over my envelopes and things, and I just think that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Yes, I might do that. Let's just, oh, I didn't roll that up very well, did I? Oops. Let's pop you down there. Let's roll this up. There we go. Right. Let's do this one. This is quite simple. We're just going to glue it around. Let's just make sure this is going to fit. And then we will do a little bit of snipping. Let's just snip that off like that. Should I just go like that? I want to go halfway up so it could come back a little bit. This is going to be the inside, and then I will sew around this one as well. So let's just pop this over there. Maybe this is a straighter one. Should we go? I'm just going for the straightest edge, like that, and then snip. Ta-da! There we go. Let's just cut that end off. Oopsie daisy. Okay. I think that's pretty good, isn't it? Because you want it to just go over just like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I hope. Let's see. Let's just do this end first. Tuck that down. You know what I've gone and done? I forgot to glue this bit down, didn't I? Let's just go along here. Don't want too much because you're going to see the outside of this one. Well, not really, a little bit. So I don't really want the glue to show through because I won't put the lace on this bit. I'll leave this bit. So let's just cover this bit up. Okay. There we go. Lovely. I'm going to trim that. Let's just do this end. Actually, it doesn't need to be that long. Don't need that much. Let's just stick that down. Should have really cut that first. But just cut these little extra bits off, just to make it a little bit thinner. That's it. Oh gosh, somebody's drilling. I can hear somebody drilling outside, and it sounds like the dentist. The dentist drill. Is that me just being paranoid about going to the dentist tomorrow? I'm not a big fan of going to the dentist, that's for sure. Okay, let's see how we can do this. Make sure it goes down into this little bit in there. all the way along. I'll link the video where I made the sort of basics of the journal that I'm covering now, and because that's got all the measurements on it as well, of the size of everything that you need. Oops. Tuck that in. It's a bit fiddly, it's a little bit fiddly, but definitely worth it in the end. Let me just stick these down. And a bit of glue along there. There we go. So basically we're just wrapping it around and making it look tidy-ish, because you won't really see the inside bit. But there we go. Let's hold that down. Squash that down. I'll just use a little bit of the glue gun just on that bit. Like that. So we need to just leave that to dry, because what I will do once that's dry, probably off camera, I will just go around it with my sewing machine. I don't really want to bend those too much because I don't want it to buckle in the middle. But this is the inside. Now, if yours is messy, mine's not the tidiest, you could actually cut another bit of fabric and just line it along there. Or we could probably use a little bit of, I wouldn't use this, I wouldn't use velvet ribbon, but you could pop a little bit of ribbon along there just to tidy a messy bit up if need be. So there's always ways around messiness, isn't there? So that's the main bit. Let's pop our glue lid on. Make sure I don't have any glue anywhere, which I do here, because I'm very messy. Because I want to show you my journal now, the one that we've done. So, right, let's just have a little peek at this. Perfect. Lovely. So that's quite simple to cover, isn't it? And I think that looks really, really nice. So, fabulous. I'm going to leave that to dry. We shall have a little peek then at our journal. Let's pop that over there. So that's what I really wanted to do today, and just give you a little peek at this one, because this is nearly finished. I've got a few more bits and pieces probably that I would add inside, but this is the lovely Shabby wardrobe journal that comes over the front. I was in a bit of a dilemma because I've made like a pocket here, but I couldn't really find anything that I wanted to put inside it. Hang on a minute, let me just get this dress. But I did love the dress across it, so I might make another dress with a bit more purpley in it and pop a dress on it with a hanger on. So I don't know whether, because it sort of like hangs on one of those little flowers on there. Just beautiful. So it all depends how you're going to sort of like display your journals. But I've done the spine like that with the little lace, the little pearly bits. The back is just sort of plain. But I think it's just beautiful. This is the closure. I've got like a chain closure on this one, with like a little dingly dangly bit on there. I've got one of these little, I don't know what they're called, but it's got like it goes through your journal. I'll show you on the other side. And I've got like a little pinch clip there, and just some chain on there with a little flower on there. And then all I'm going to do then is just unclip this. So that's the sort of like closure on it, which I love. I think it's lovely, because I didn't want another bow, because I've already got a bow with the journal. if you know what I mean. So it opens up like this. This is the it's a bookmark which I made, which is made of resin, which was lovely. I did a video on that as well, so I'll link that down below. And also I've done, because I wanted to put it in the journal, but it's quite heavy, and so I've made like a little pocket. So that's got a little bit of acetate, and then I've got just made like a paper frame around it and stuck it down with some, and with, I don't know whether you can see here, in there, just a few little sticky pads just to raise it up the same height as this, so that just slides in like that, and it just sits there, because I didn't want to put it in a pocket because you'd you know, lose the picture, and I think the whole point of it is to see what's inside, and I think that's fab. So loving that. This is our first page. So what I've done, I put lace down here because we are only one signature in here, and I've tied it all together like this, so it doesn't flap about. So I thought it was quite a nice idea of tying it together, because it's a different shape journal, isn't it? So we've got our first page, we've got a little journaling spot that just sort of like comes out like that. That pops in this beautiful lace, bit of not lace, it's tulle. I've used a lot of tulle, lots of little pearls on here as well, little bits of bling. We've got a little bit of trim down the side. This page I've got like a little paper clip. It's like a hidden paper clip, but I've actually stuck it to the page, so it's not going to go anywhere, and then that means you don't see it on the other side. And then I've got lots of little pearly bits on here as well. Little journaling cards. All of the journaling cards I've sewn around the outside. I haven't put a lot, I don't think I've put anything on the journal cards, because they're nice to just write on and tuck up inside something, in your little pockets or something. This is a hidden pocket in the fan, which we did. So that looks like just a fan, but we made a little hidden pocket, so that just goes inside. Again, lots of lovely little pearls, a little bit of trim on there. This one comes over, and this is what I've hidden the pocket. So obviously we have to have a pocket. So I did this one on a video anyway. We've got a little moving tag on there with a little brad. This one I haven't done much on. I just decorated the hat, which I think is beautiful. I need to put a little dingly dangly on our little page tab. There's a little pocket in there, a little vellum pocket. This is one of our Friday freebies. And then what I've done on this one, I've just tucked it in that little lacy bit. So that would just tuck in there, and this is just a little pull out, and we've got a little journaling spot there as well. I haven't filled up everything because, you know, I will probably find little bits here and there which I can add into this book, and then I'm just going to tie that into a little bow. Not that it really matters where the bow goes, but I do like that. I've got two of these in here. I've got one on this side, and I think when I do my next one, I won't put the little fold outs, I think, because they take up too much room, and it's sort of like, you know, too bulky. So that's one thing that I won't do on the next journal. I've got a little corner pocket there with another little Friday freebie in there, which is lovely. So that can tuck in there. Turns over, we've got a little lacy pocket on this side with a couple of little journaling cards. This is a little pocket, and we've got some little bits and pieces. I love this pocket. I think that's just so pretty. So feminine, isn't it? This turns over, and then we've got another little paper clip, hidden paper clip, that's attached to the page. And on these ones, I've just added little pearls, little bow. It's just tiny little details, I think, that really, really lovely. On this one, we've got little pocket. I've got little tucks. They're not pockets, they're little tucks. So you've got a tuck there, and you also have a little tuck on this side, and that's just made out of some lace. And then I've just embellished on here tiny little pearls, which I think are beautiful. Little flower. on there. This one, little pocket. This one I have embellished with some little rhinestones, which are lovely, and some little bits of pearl. These are all flat back pearls. So my little pot of flat back pearls, which I've got, let me just show you. This one, which is great, and you've got these tiny, tiny ones. This is what I have used to decorate the pages, so that it doesn't make them too stick out on the page. So if you're wondering what to do with the absolute miniature ones, these are perfect to embellish flowers with on your pages. This is the middle page, and then we've got two little tucks in the corner, so we don't take away from the big fan. I popped a little doily thing in there for the middle, just to make it look a little bit different. This is our beautiful dress, and that has got like a little tuck in the dress, which is fab. So I have attached it here and then at the bottom, so you can put something all the way around it, you know, so you can have a tag either side. Little paper clip, little on here, that's one we made on the Friday freebie one, I think. And I just tucked up a little tag in there. Another little beautiful pocket. And here, I'm just loving this. I just think it's so, so pretty. I like all the little bits of lace in there as well. This turns over, another little pocket. This one is a plainer page to add things to. I've added another one of those lovely envelopes into this lovely lacy pocket. This is the other little pull out. Like I said, I wouldn't add two into it. This opens up. Oh, that's, I've just added an envelope onto that, clipped it over. So when it's tied, I've just sort of like clipped it. It hangs over there. Nice little shabby wardrobe there. So this comes out. This one opens out again. But on this one, I've made little pockets. So these come out like that. So you've got your little thingy-majiggities, style, size, and price. So little tags in there, which are lovely. That opens out. And then I've just tied this together so it doesn't come undone. Oh, it doesn't flap about. So we don't want things flapping about. This turns over, and again I've done the same with this dress. Popped a little bit of tulle, attached it at the top and at the bottom, and then you've got like a little tuck. So we've got shoes and a little card in there, and this one has a hidden journal card or tag in the top of the wardrobe like that, which is lovely. Another little pocket. Need to put another little dingly dangly on there. This is a beautiful, this is a vellum pocket, which I've just popped in the top, a little bit of vellum in the top and in the bottom, and that makes a little lovely little tuck spot. This is the last page. This is a hard, this one I've made hard, so it's it stays the shape. So if I had a soft page, because we've got the little wardrobe at the back, it would bend. So I've made that hard. Then we've got a little pocket in there. And again, I've just embellished on the hat on there, which is lovely. This is a little hidden pocket in there. And that's your back page. So there we go. We have a little coat hanger, a little spare coat hanger. I don't know what you're doing on there. So this is the back page. This is our little pocket here, which I have got some little coat hangers in. Little spare coat hangers with a little Velcro pocket closure. This is a, oops, I've got it caught in our little thing. Little brolly, which will go in there. Oh, I've got a little bow on there. It's a little bow. I'm going to just do this up a minute. So this one I'm just doing up so it goes all, you know, stays together. I think that looks quite nice, doesn't it? And then the wardrobe bit, we've got a little tuck like that, which is part of the back cover. I've sort of brought it all the way round and sort of like made it into sort of like a little sort of curtain tuck. And then the closure I did on this one, I had quite a bit of a dilemma on this one. I wasn't quite sure. I quite like this, but I think I'll do it different. I've got a magnet on there, So that just opens up and closes down as a magnet, but I think it's still a little bit bulky. So I think I would do it a different way on the next one. Not quite sure how, but I think I'll figure it something else out. That was a bit of a dilemma-y one on that one. And then on the back we have our little coat hanger. Look at that, with our beautiful dress. I've popped a spare one in there. I've got a little belly band there with a little envelope. That clips on. You can have as many dresses in there as you like. This is a little tuck spot, a beautiful little pocket. And then we have another little one there. And this is the outside. So this is this little one. So you can buy these. I can't remember where I got this from. I will try and have a look. So that just screws through, basically, through there. And then that just closes up like that. And then that will close up your little closure. So that is the journal, and I am absolutely loving it. There are a few things in there that I would change. So the next one I will do a couple of things a little bit differently, but I am just absolutely loving it. I think it's just beautiful. So there we go, guys. That is the journal. So really this is all I wanted to show you today, was just covering this so that we're ready to get going on making it from start to finish. So then that will just come up, and then this is probably dry enough now to bend. This just sits in there, but I won't cover the middle bit up. I will cover the middle bit up with paper before I stick this on, like that. So that's your little wardrobe in there. So that covers up, that goes in there like that. Not that it will stay, and it folds up. So there we go. Perfect. Love it. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed having the flip through of the journal, because it's just beautiful. I love it. Let me know if you think what I should put on the front, whether I should leave it. I quite like it like that, because I've got this lovely little sort of faux closure there. I quite like it quite plain, but I also like it with a little dress on as well, which looks beautiful, doesn't it? So we shall see. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. Please take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.